Sometimes your Quest 3 VR channel gets sent some wild things, and I feel like I've said before, this is the biggest unboxing on the channel, but I feel like this one's gonna hold the record for a while. Ugh. Let's open this thing up. Now, normally I say that you need a small, sharp unboxing knife, but for something this big, it might actually make sense to have something a whole lot bigger. Do not try this at home. Oh, there we go. Ah, when you think you finally found the sweet spot. I always want to believe they do this to try and protect it in shipping, but I feel like some people like watching us struggle to open boxes. Okay, that's a whopping single edge, so we can finally figure out what the heck this is actually made of. Whew, there's a lot of smell coming out of this box. We got wooden protection, got some wiring. Oh my goodness. Oh, still can't see it yet. All right, give me a moment. Now, in my head, when they said 40 inches, I knew that was a lot. But I guess I was thinking more in the world of TVs. Oh, 43-inch TV isn't that huge. This thing is ridiculously huge. This is absolutely massive. This is from Neon Will, the same people who sent us our last sign that's been in the background forever. They made this for us custom, gave it to us free of charge for the channel, show us some support. So if you're interested in neon lighting or a sign of your own, doesn't have to be this big, they did give me a code J25. I was gonna give you 25% off anything you order from them. Their work they've done so far, I've been really impressed with. We gotta get this thing lit up and show it to you, but like, even versus that like little Asgard's Wrath neon sign that we had a while back, like, and how the wires were all hanging out the front, like this thing, it's nicely hidden, it's tasteful, but let's get it lit up and see how it looks with some light going to it. This is not a one-person job though, this is tough. This thing looks like a computer part that they built just to run this whole thing. Like, this is wild. Okay, test run first plug-in, 3, 2, 1. Just kidding, we didn't kill the room. We have a little bit of light. I got a remote here. I white gloved up. Oh, dang, that looks pretty damn cool. I like the way they traced the edges, but they didn't like put a bunch of weird edges on me. Like, this looks nice. I'm guessing this is on a very low light setting. We got effects, yes. Okay, that one's definitely sound dependent right there. You can see there's a musical note on the side of this, so that makes sense. So we could just put this in the background, and then every time I talk in a video, it could just be super distracting. No, this would be really cool though if you actually like wanted to party or something and have the music affecting it. That's pretty neat. Or all these ones. Okay, so I don't think, maybe, okay. These are all music dependent, so let's try the M. So here we go, we got like the full rainbow. So unlike the other one they made before, this is like full RGBIC lighting. Like, colors are changing from everywhere in this thing. Okay, that one is really freaking cool. There's gonna be way too many of these to go through. That one is intense. That one's gonna grab attention if you wanted to do that. I wish when I build a PC, my stupid RGB inside the PC had this many options. It remembers what you said it to. I would expect that, but just making sure. It is pretty wild how the noise one completely shuts down. It's really quiet in this room, but it's wild how that one actually shuts it down. Okay, let me try and see if I can get this remote going. I'm really scared holding it here. I'm gonna drop it off the table. I pulled the thing out that should be between the battery in there. But yeah, it's definitely, I only have one hand too is the problem here. We're barely one functional person between the two of us.
There's no battery.
Ah, why did you have a plastic tab separating out the battery then? That's a dirty trick. Do we not get a battery? Okay, well. And that is the biggest JayBratt sign you'll probably ever see. I can't imagine going any bigger. That is 40 inches. If you were to buy a sign like this from Neon Will, it's gonna cost about $400. Again, a huge thank you for them to making this for the channel, sending it to us. And remember, if you're interested in Neon, hit them up. They're on Instagram. I'll leave links to all of their stuff down below. But code J25 will get you another 25% off. I don't get any cutback or anything from Neon Will at all if you use that code or not. So that's really just there for you to save. But sitting here playing around with it now that we got the remote up and running, and some more details that I like. So you can turn it up or down, but I like that when it gets to the top, you press that button and it blinks to warn you that you've reached the top of it. in the bottom of it. And I mean, there's a million modes. It's got a QR code on the controller if you want to get the app on your phone to control it through your phone so you don't need the remote. And then of course the remote itself also has multiple buttons, which is nice. So you always can quickly get it turned on or off. All the different colors. We showed you a bunch of those, but obviously you've got all your basic RGBs, but then you got all your different modes that you can do. I really like the rainbow mode, the way it cycles through and changes. I think that's really cool looking. You can reverse it either way. You got tons of different sound modes based on volume, which would be super cool if you're using neons for like music and stuff. And they specialize in all kinds of signs. So it's not just ones that have like a big logo graphic. You could get one that literally just said your name in neon glows. There's all kinds of different options. So I think it's really awesome. The big question now is where the heck am I gonna put 40 inches of sign? I don't actually know yet. We're gonna look at a couple different spots and options. If you have any suggestions, drop them in the comments where you think it should be. In the old studio, we have the old neon sign, but that wall is not nearly 40 inches wide. It's way too big probably to replace that sign. So there's gonna be the studio tours coming up. We're almost finished with them. We got a new editing studio to show you. We got some changes, equipment, all kinds of things in all the spots. So watch out for that video in the next week or so. But once again, the reason these things happen is because of all of you out there. Your support over the years of the channel, the point you built us up to. Thank you once again, and I will see you in another reality.